Good morning. Would you like to introduce yourself to the students at Westside?
Sure. My name is Josh Ramsey. I am a peer recovery sports specialist for the Izard County Sheriff's Department. I also work in all 5 counties of the 16th Judicial District, including Cleburne. My job is primarily to help people overdose. I'm on an overdose response team with 2 law enforcement investigators, and I've been doing this for about 4 years.
Great. Can you tell us how you got to the job that you have today?
Sure. Part of one of the qualifications to be a peer is that you have to have lived experience. So my lived experience is in addiction to opiates and meth and other stuff. Been in jail a bunch of times. So what happened was I was working a construction job after I got out of treatment, and a friend at one of my recovery meetings said, hey, there's this job that opened up. It's called being a peer specialist. The sheriff of Izard County, Jack Yancey, would like to talk to you about it. So I drove down there. He interviewed me, and after 3 interviews, he said, you're hired, and he literally gave me a sheet of paper that said a list of job duties, and I just started working that day.
Great. What are the things that you like about your job?
I think the thing I like most about my job is going into jails and talking to people who have been arrested for low-level drug crimes, and getting them out of jail, working with the court systems to get them into treatment, and then just seeing the success of their life, seeing them turn their life around, seeing them get their children back, get a job, and become good members of the community.
Okay, thank you.
Well, I think that it moved to.
Did I start it? Okay. What was the deciding factor when you decided to stop doing drugs?
So I was on drugs for 30 years from the age of 16 to 46, and I think part of the deciding factor was I have grown children, but I also had a 2.5-year-old son at home. So one of the things that really made me decide to change was I was sitting in jail, and I was thinking about my child, my new baby, and how I had been given a second chance to be a father. And that was probably the main thing that got me changed. I went to rehab out of jail. He turned 3 years old when I was there. And if I hadn't made that decision, I probably would still be in jail today. But I got to become a father again. He turned 8. I've never missed a birthday since then. I've never missed a Christmas. I also have 6 grandkids that I get to spend time with every week now. So I think that the deciding factor would be my family.
Who were your biggest supporters throughout your journey?
So my biggest supporter would be my wife. I had some family members that were supporting me also, but one of my biggest supporters was my attorney, because he helped me to get through the court process back then, which is what I do for a living now, working with lawyers. But some of my support system was actually the court system, because the court system wanted to see me get better, wanted to see me change, and they actually helped me along. But so family and people in the court system.
How many people have you helped?
So in the 3.5 years I've been doing this, I have talked to over 2,000 people in jail, and yesterday I got the 600th person into rehab in the 3.5 years.
That's amazing. Yeah. How did being on drugs affect you physically and mentally?
So physically, when you're on drugs, your body kind of falls apart. You don't really know it in the beginning because it's on the inside, but eventually I weighed about 120 pounds. I'm pretty sure I had some liver damage. When I got off drugs, I had some damage with my brain. I had seizures for about 2 years. All of that healed up. Mentally, so a lot of times when people are on drugs, they get on because of trauma. So when you're on them, it causes trauma. So one of the things it does is you kind of have double trauma by then. So when you try to get off of them, you have a whole lot of mental stuff to take care of and to be healed from. And I always say it like this: God healed me mentally, physically, and spiritually, because I was mentally dead and I was spiritually dead. I was almost physically dead. So I got healed all 3 ways. So yeah.
How has your job as a peer recovery helped with your recovery?
So being a peer specialist has helped me with my own recovery journey, because I always tell people, if I wasn't helping people get into recovery, that I would not myself be in recovery. One of the things that being a peer specialist helped me do is that I don't have to be ashamed of my past anymore. I don't have to give 30 years up. I can acknowledge now the 30 years in addiction, because I use that lived experience to help others in recovery. So I get to
Need
use
the
my
following
whole life
students to
now.
go to Miss Amy Gentry: Ella Carlson, Carmen Fraser, Alexis Hamilton, and Maddie Wells. Please go to Miss Amy.
We'll edit that.
I think I got it right.
Yeah.
I think I'd answered it.
Thank you for sharing. We appreciate you coming today.
Okay, I appreciate y'all coming and listening to some of my story, and I hope this helps somebody out there to either get out of a substance use disorder situation or not enter into one. Thank
Of
you.
course. Thank you.